great stuff in my life or whatnot. It's just an honor to be back though. I want to today offer my life coach services to the community. I tell you, every week I ride around and look throughout this community and I see our young people in trouble, and I see our adults. We'll spend money on everything else instead of investing in our young people. I see daddies buying rims for their cars and mothers buying weave for their hair and fingernails, and their young people, their teenagers are running around lost, and half of the time we don't know where they at, and we got to call around and ask where they at. It's time for us to invest in our young people. You can look good, your hair can look good, your car can look good, but oftentimes when we see that person and then we meet their children, and their children are disrespectful, or the children not looking up to par, but the mother or the father is dressed to a T, and the children just don't accommodate who the parents are. So most time you're shocked to know that that's that person's child, because they are missing the mark so bad. We'll spend so much time investing in ourselves and to make ourselves feel better about who we are, but the children that come from us, they are far off from who we are. So I want to offer my services, my mentoring services to the parents that got trouble kids, or kids that just won't open up to them, won't tell them what's going on with them mentally, won't tell them how they feel. You got some kids out here, the reason that they're acting up and acting out is because somebody passed in the family that was really close to them. It could have been a mother, father, could have been an aunt, uncle, or grandparent, or a brother that got murdered, or a sister that got touched, and they're holding so much anger and so much frustration in the inside of them, and the only time that they feel that they can get attention from you is when they act out. And oftentimes they won't open up to you to tell you what the problem is. And if the right stranger present themselves right to them, they will open up to them. I'm not saying that life coaching them will change all their problems. I'm not saying that they will change overnight. But what I'm telling you is that you can't give up on them, that you got to fight. And you got to fight. You got to fight for them just as hard as you fight for that man or fight to stay with that woman. You got to fight to stay with your children. Because if you give up on them, then the devil is going to sift them as wheat. And after a while, you won't know whether they're a boy or a girl, literally. Or you won't know whether they're coming or going. Because the enemy is fighting with their minds so much till they just really confused about life. And the Bible says that a double-minded man is unstable in all their ways. And you need to understand that if you don't fight for them, if you don't stand in the paint for them, if you don't be their mouthpiece, then the enemy is going to have his way with them. And I know they done got you all frustrated. I know you all upset, and I know you done ran a mile and came back and ran again, and you done put them in this program and it didn't work. You put them in that program and it didn't work. But when you lay down at night, something in you said, did I do all that I could do? Have I done everything that I can do? Well, I'm telling you, I'm a young man. I had so much anger. I had so much on my chest that I didn't know how to express it. I didn't know how to get rid of it. I was very limited on people that I can go to and talk to about it. So oftentimes I turned to the wrong things and the wrong people. Because one thing I learned, the devil is always willing to listen to a frustrated person. The devil is always willing to listen to somebody that want to quit. The devil is always willing to listen to somebody that want to give up. But if you're not in the business of quitting, if you're not in the business of giving up, then it's hard for you to find help sometimes. Especially when the world is frustrated with you. And it seems like you're not fit for heaven, and sometimes it seems like you're not fit for hell. You're just stuck in the middle of life, and you really don't know which way to go or what to do. You don't know who to trust. And parents, even you, if you in a place to where you've been dealing with this child and dealing with this child and you don't know how to deal with them anymore, you don't know how to deal with this family member anymore, or this situation anymore, there are options. There are things that can be done. First of all, you got to know how to love them in spite of their situation, in spite of where they at. You got to know how to reach out to them. Everybody you reach out to is not going to grab your hand. Everybody you reach out to is not going to grab your hand right then. But I've learned that you have to have somebody in your corner that's not going to give up on you. Parents, you hadn't been saved all your life. You hadn't been in church all your life. You hadn't had a good career all your life. It was somebody that didn't give up on you. Oftentimes when we was coming up, it was our big mama that prayed us through, or our mama, or our daddy, or our uncle, football coach, our cheerleading coach. It was somebody that didn't give up on you. It was somebody that didn't talk down to you all the time. It was somebody that when you was on drugs, nobody would give you any money, but you would go around to this person, and even though people was telling them not to give you no money, they'll bow their hand up and put a little something in your hand here and there. And every time you ain't spend it on drugs, but you had burnt your bridge with so many other people to nobody else trusted you and your word. But it was somebody that trusted you. And I'm telling you that I want to be that somebody in your child's life, or that somebody in your life that can grab your hand and say, listen, we're going to run to the finish line. That can, when you fall, can pick you up and put you on their shoulder and say, you know what, let's just keep on going. We're not looking back on what we left behind us, but we want to keep on going to make it to the mark. It takes somebody that don't see your past and only interested in your future to be on your team and push you to the next dimension and push you to the next level and to the next level of success. I know that in this generation, it seems like it's a thin line between love and hate with our children. They seem like they love us, but then when we correct them, they hate us. And it's only because the enemy have crowded up their vision to let them know and let them see who for them and who against them. You don't have a long time. You don't have a lot of time to waste. The clock is ticking, and it's important. It's very important that you tap into whatever it's going to take to get them healed, to get them delivered, to get their mind on the right track, on the next level. You know, all our children are not children that's called to be preachers and called to be missionaries and this and that. I life coach out of the box. You don't have to have a calling on your life for me to life coach you. You don't have to be saved for me to life coach you. My life coaching is not in a box. I just want to see you be successful. I want to see you get to the next level. I want to see our young people pants pulled up. I want to see our young people hair combed. I want to see our young people not feeling bad or ashamed with to put on dress pants and a button-down shirt with a belt and hold their head up. I don't want them being looked at twice when they go into a convenience store. I don't want the police feeling like that they about to shoot them when they pull them over. I want them to be able to go into a place and be respected for the way they look and the way they carry themselves. So that's my goal. I want them to still have I want the old manners back in their life. I want the manners to where they seen the older person trying to get their bags to the car where they run up and help. The old manners to where they hold doors for the elderly. The old manners to where it was yes ma'am and no ma'am. Let me help them to install these things back into their life so that people in the community can respect them even more. The problem is that a lot of times the community has lost respect for our young people, and our young people have lost respect for the community, and it's like a war that's going on between each other. But I believe that there is a bridge that could be built in the middle of the two generations to whereby we can meet on common ground and we can respect and love each other. So I want to definitely offer you my services. Listen, I do a free. Your first session will be free, and we can assess the situation and see where you're at and see where you want to go and come up with a plan on getting you there. So if you got a young person and you're struggling with them, you need somebody to reach out to them. And listen, I'm not I'm very stern. And you need somebody to reach out to them. I'm not here to beat them up. I'm not here to point a finger at them. I just need to know where they want to go, and I need to be able to help get them there. So the first session will be free. You can reach me on my Facebook page, Kenneth Smith, or Kenneth, I think it's Life Coach Kenneth Smith, Life Coach Kenneth Smith. Or you can reach me at my email address, ksmith0978@live.com. ksmith0978@live.com. Or my email, or my Facebook, Life Coach Kenneth Smith. Listen, it's been a pleasure, and I hope you take me up on my offer. Invest in your young people. Until next Monday, I won't be here. I'll probably be broadcasting on next Tuesday. Next Monday is my birthday. Pray for me. I'm getting on up there. So reach out to me, and I love you. God bless you. Till next time.